It's July 8th, and it is time for another episode of The Grail. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me on my Cactus Radio Network podcast city. Good to have you. Good to have your ears. Good to have your eyes. Good to have your senses. Great guest today. Mr. Aaron James Draplin, graphic designer, is my guest today. Now, if you've seen the recent Gertie hoodie, Gertie's got her own merch. It was designed by none other than Mr. Draplin himself. I love this man. I love his work. It is unbelievable the amount of killer designs this guy has. And to hear his story of how he started is a fantastic story. Graphic design. You don't think about it. It's just something you just take for granted. And then one day you're like, oh, I kind of need a logo, or I need a flyer, a poster, an album cover. That's what these graphic designers do. Everything you see all day as you're driving or riding a subway or a bus, it's all graphic design. Somebody, somewhere designed it. Billboards, gas station logos, coffee shops, skateboard companies. Everybody needs a graphic designer. And you'll find out real quick that there are a lot of bad ones out there that have no creative thought. No ideas. You're like, hey, I'm starting a podcast. I need some artwork. And you talk to a few designers and they send over stuff and you're like, oh yeah, this doesn't look like the cool stuff I see. Well, you got to seek out the good ones. And there's constantly new people in the design world. So find them. On Instagram's a great place to start. You want to see the best, though. Aaron Draplin is the man. And it was great to sit down with him. A lot of music talk from this guy. Aaron loves to talk music. I was like trying to wrangle him in, like, let's get into the graphic design. And he's like, what about Wilco? When I saw Pavement, how about a little bit of Sunvolt? I love him. He's all over the board like myself. He's got a great spirit, and he is an incredible artist. Check out the Gertie merch if you like. This is the last week of the pre-order on that. Also, he lives up in Portland, so I want to give a shout out to one of my favorite watch places on the planet, Pacquiao's Jeweler. Rick Mailer is the owner, and I love this store. Check him out if you're in Portland. Go on in there. Tell him Dean Del Rey sent you. Pacquiao's Jeweler. It is in Portland, and I wanted to give him a little shout out there because I know everybody up in Portland is still trying to rebound from the nuttiness. But Rick Mailer, great guy. They got Rolex Tudor. They got gold, silver, all kinds of stuff. Go in and say hi. Also, a big shout out. I got an incredible belt from my guest, MB Leather. I picked up another belt from him, a Yosemite belt I had him make, and it is insane. Visit MB Leather on Instagram. Tell him I sent you custom belts, motorcycle saddlebags, motorcycle seats, anything leather this guy can do, and he kills it. MB Leather, thank you for the incredible belt. It is smoking. All right, I'm off to Cleveland. I will be there tomorrow for one show, Cleveland at the Winchester Rock Bar. And I hope you guys make it out because it's going to be a brutal day of flying all day in the sky, bullshit flights to get there. But it'll be worth it to see a lot of Dale Razors. And then following Friday, I'm in Fort Worth, Texas with Jay Buchanan. And then the following weekend, 29, 30, 31, I am at Sacramento Punchline. Dean Del Rey for all your tour tickets and Cactus Radio Network for all your podcast needs. Now, a little announcement. This show and all my shows are back on Spotify. And I know I said I wouldn't be on Spotify, but, in like the world of Pearl Jam, you're battling the big world, and after a while you're like, fuck, I just want the fans to hear the goddamn show. So what are you going to do? So my big argument was always, these people run advertisement on the shows and they don't pay the content provider. So if you dig what I'm doing, join the patreon.com/Dean Del Rey. Join my Patreon, and it'll really help. And that'll be great. And then I don't care what they fucking do with the show. At least you guys can hear it and you dig me and go to Patreon. So there you go. That is my announcement. Dark Fonzie is there. Let There Be Talk. And The Grail and At Home with Byron Katie. All available on Spotify. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow there will be a special bonus episode of Let There Be Talk. I've never done this, but I'm dropping a bonus episode with Mr. Jacob Dylan, one of my oldest and best friends. He has a brand new record coming out tomorrow called Exit Wound. My brain was farting right there for a minute. Just does not work. Exit Wounds. And it's a Wallflowers record. And it is fantastic. All right. That's why I'm really trying to get a lot of ears on this. All right, here we go. Mr. Aaron Draplin, enjoy this episode of The Grail.
My name is Aaron James Draplin, 43 years old, graphic designer living up in Portland, Oregon, down here in your fair city trying to survive. Man, what the hell is going on down here, huh?
Dude, it's so fucking crazy because I met you last year. I was on the road opening for Marin. I met you in Portland, Oregon. And before that, I never heard of you. And all my life, and I talked about it just yesterday with Josh Wolf, I'm always amazed how something catches fire and people grab onto it. Sure. And so you're like, yeah, man, let me do you a couple logos here for your shirts. And I was like, sure. And the next day you sent them over. We're an Exodus fan and BMX. There's my flyer there.
Yeah, it's cool.
And you sent over some incredible designs. And then I start doing a little research, looking at your Instagram and shit. And next thing I know, you're on a fucking tour and you're drawing more than some of the top comics.
Let me get a word in here.
Yeah.
Let me get a word in, Dean.
Yeah.
I did almost 45 shows last year. Now listen, this isn't, you and Marin are up there. You knock out a couple over the weekend, and that's what you guys do. You have to come up with material. You have to go and kill, as they say.
Yep.
You have to go up and sign the posters and all that, and you get on a plane, you get off a plane. I didn't get into graphic design to do any of this stuff. So the idea that there's this weird speaking circuit has been incredible. And coming out of that thing, I haven't said no to much. Now, I've gone, graphic design's taken me to Guatemala about 6 weeks ago. Berlin, first class, let's just say. Large man, a small seat.
Yeah.
All these places. But I also went to Dubuque, Iowa, right?
Yep.
So all these tiny little places that aren't on the regular map and certainly aren't on the graphic design map. I went there, told my story, which is basically an introduction, the last 5 years. And I've built this weird little business out of getting on a plane, jumping off a plane a couple days later, selling merch on the road, telling my story to a bunch of either rat kids in a school, and tomorrow at the Adobe conference, tonight in Santa Monica, I'm talking, we had 400 are RSVP'd or whatever.
How much is the ticket? Free?
Free. You want a front row seat? If you want to come down, I don't know if you're working tonight, but it's a talk about the book. And I go through, so let's just say, how do people do a normal talk about the book? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or talk about themselves. I'm from a funny dad, and he could make us laugh. So here I am, definitely self-deprecating and messing with things or messing with our design industry. And it's, I don't know what you call when you write something in your field notes and say, that's kind of funny. That's called writing a bit. I think that's what you guys do.
A premise.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll come up with some stupid little way
bullet points
to talk about whatever logo I'm working on or whatever project that fell through, or like I have a new thing about Metallica right now. I got to work for Metallica, but the band never looked at the stuff.
Oh shit. What were you doing? The new album cover or something?
I wish.
Yeah.
It was the lowest of the lowest for a fan club logo. But the idea is, when they called me, whether or not it's a good or a bad logo or gig, it's more like, let me be 15 again.
Yeah.
I'll take the job no matter what the price is. And then they give it to you, but there comes with a big asterisk. So it's just like, you're working for the biggest heavy metal band in the world. They may or may not even look at it. And then they didn't. Because
how do you know they didn't?
Because their management told me, well, they haven't even been able to get to it.
Wow.
Which is just, at least I was that close.
Yeah.
And see, when you learn how these things work, when I came in here, come barging in here, looking at records, looking at stuff, taking a big old bong rip off of all this incense and stuff. When you walk in here, you're like, I have a lot of questions for you.
Good.
And I have, as a fan, as someone who, how do you do what you do? Like, I don't know how to do this as a graphic designer, but in the book, you'll see I went, over 200 places talking about myself, which is just ape shit and weird. And
this book is cool as shit.
And you can see here as we're flipping through the pages here in real time. Look at that. There you go.
Oh, yeah. So whoa, look at all he's got in the book, he's got a map of the United States, and it's a logo of everywhere he's been. And it's been everywhere except for, what's this shitty state?
Wyoming's all pissed off.
Wyoming. Everywhere but Wyoming.
And Virginias are pissed off.
Yeah, and what's this? Why are they pissed off?
Well, because I haven't been out there.
Oh, I got you.
But we're working on it.
Now, let's talk a little bit about do you grow up in Portland?
I grew up in northern Michigan, Traverse City, Michigan, which is, 250 miles north of Detroit.
Right.
And then as soon as I could, at 19, got my ass out west, and that would have been 1993.
Yep.
And that was 19 years old to be snowboarders and skateboarders all over the West. We get our asses out there. We're going up to Portland to see bands. Now, my experience in seeing some band, the Butthole Surfers, 1988 or whatever, was you go to Detroit and it was tricky. You could lose, your car could be ripped off. It happened a number of times to us. We go to Portland, we go to Oregon, and you go up to the city there. It's a city, but it's not a city. But we're getting to see all the bands we grew up loving, listening to.
Melvins.
Pining for all of it, the Jesus Lizard, the Melvins, any number, Sleep, Pavement, all the weirdo indie shit at the time, all the glossy alternative stuff, Lemonheads, Hole, because it was just like we got a chance to go see it. We were
early 90s.
This was 93, so 93 through 98.
All that stuff that spill off of Lollapalooza, not spill off, but they would tour on Lollapalooza. And
that's my year. 43.
43, yeah.
Pretty good for 50, man. I'm not trying to get fresh. Here we are. But,
you trying to make out on this fucking show? That's a bad beard, man.
Looking good, man. You're looking good. Well, at 50, what should a guy be doing? I don't know. And what should a guy be doing at 43? So the 7 years you have on me, that means you would have had access to all the big metal acts that were kind of on their way out, or were getting snipped and snubbed by your Nirvanas.
Yeah.
So that 7 years, that means you could have went and saw the Black Flags and the Circle Jerks and the things that I was too young for, the Replacements I was too young for. High school, 91, I get out, it's Nirvana, right?
Yeah.
And it's this big G grunge word. Now, we knew about all that stuff from Sub Pop Records, but the explosion made it okay.
Yeah.
And then you got to see all right, now all the stuff that we kind of liked anyway, now it's getting pushed.
It's going to be on a festival.
It's in fucking Target or something, on some grunge fashions. But when we got out west right away, and that became a bad word real quick.
Of course.
Because you can't Pearl Jam where you're living in the Northwest because they're already the biggest thing in the world, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
I didn't know any better in northern Michigan. I remember getting made fun of up there because I love the screaming trees. I grew up on this stuff.
Well, Michigan's more real. It's and I'm not saying Seattle and Portland aren't, but whenever you have hipsters, and people shit on hipsters, and I love hipsters because at least it's a good scene somewhere, something going on. But there is that thing too where hipsters, they secretly like stuff and they don't tell anyone and they'll just shit on it and
it's fashionable.
They're like, fucking Pearl Jam. Meanwhile, they're home singing Jeremy.
It's easy. I remember being made fun of by a transplant from where we're from, northern Michigan. Now, in this transaction, here we are. We're these little rat fuck kids. We're out in Oregon. We're going up to Seattle, all the way up to Seattle to see, just friends who moved out a couple years before us. So these are dudes at the time. I'm 19. These are guys who are 22 years old. They can get into bars.
Yeah.
And we're up there, and we're sitting in the car, and walks by on this, a street like any street, Mark Lanigan.
Wow.
Now, I know who this is because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
And I say, oh, wow, that's fucking Mark Lanigan, you know?
Wow.
And the guy totally big leagues me. He's from my hometown. He goes,
Yeah.
why don't you go get his autograph? You know, like I'm a turd for this. And it's like, well, wait a second. Who are our heroes? What do we like? It's not like I'm looking for some sports star.
Yeah.
It's some crusty, I don't know, drug-ridden, tattooed, baritone voice, Mark Lanigan, whatever the hell these things are that you hear.
The last guy that's going to do an autograph, in your mind.
I knew better than that, but it's still cool to see it. So I've never lost that.
Yeah.
I've never lost that. To come down here and to be around, the epicenter of cool or consumables or whatever, and if I see, like, I didn't even know how to approach you and Mark last year because I don't know how big Mark Maron is, and I don't know how, I don't even know how.
I'm nobody, man.
Well, I know, but
I was just cruising on the fucking ride.
But that's what's cool about it is you guys were cool. But here's the thing: is I've met people who aren't quite what you guys have going, and they're dicks. Yeah. So I will always be that fan. I will always be that kid who now in this weird position at 43 and going out and talking about myself. These kids come up for an autograph. Lee has to rip me away from it because I won't let any one of them go back being bummed because there's a line of people and there's some numbnut graphic designer sitting there, and I've seen it go down to where the person, they're there from noon to 1 to sign, and they get up and they walk away, and there's 60 people there pissed. I was that kid, who couldn't get the record at the Melvin show in 95 or something. I was that kid, so I don't know, I'll never lose that quality of like, the freak out, like me picking up your Axl Rose thing. I don't know if that's your best buddy or you met him one time, but you got a picture. Yeah. And I know you're into that stuff.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love those records? I had those records. I was 13 or 14 years old, but they were dangerous.
Yeah.
They were
dangerous as fuck.
And we got them up in Northern Michigan, which is, I don't know. What did we have in 1988? We had the Cult.
Yep.
We had Guns N' Roses.
Jane's Addiction.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you a funny little thing is I have all my records and all my shit, and I still have the very first Smashing Pumpkins record.
Wow.
No. Here's the deal. There's a couple of those songs. I know that you're not cool. It's not cool to say that you like Smashing Pumpkins songs from 1995.
Yeah.
But there are
the Gish record.
There are a couple good songs. Well, the very first one, Gish. When you go put that thing on, it is so rough to listen to because what I remember as being cool about Jane's Addiction with the, the big noodly guitar, all that shit. That's basically that first Gish record. It sounds like a watered-down version of who, these Jane's Addiction out here, which I didn't remember that. Yeah. We didn't know that. 25 years later listening to it, you're just kind of like, damn, man, like, it sounded so big to us.
I never got into them. I liked Siamese Dream. Yeah. But, I just didn't like the, despite all the rage, I'm still just a rat in the cage. I didn't like the vocal. To me, it was up there with Rat, Like, I never got really into Rat because it was like, lay it down. Same vocal tone through the nose, Hey, I'm not knocking them.
I would have saw any of it. I mean,
Yeah.
You had access to all that shit,
Yep.
We didn't have any of it. So for us to go 300 miles, we would have gone to anything. But you're funny. I check on you, because I got to meet you guys, and then I go see little bits and pieces you do.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about bullshit you've said from this summer that I saw in some clip and would laugh about. Anyway, keep moving right along because it's just funny the shit you guys come up with.
It's fucking hard, dude.
It's funny as shit.
It's hard. It's hard because you want it to be, it's like graphic design where you want it to be original and you don't want to put something out there and people go, oh, this is just that. You know what I mean?
Competitive, right? Super
competitive. Right. Yeah, a lot like graphic design. And I think a lot like anything with art. Yeah. When you get to art, as much as it is art and organic, it is a brutal world out there and a lot of setup and failure, and you've got to deal with a lot of no.
Oh, man. I've had a couple friends come down here and try their hands at this stuff, and one friend, and I wouldn't want to name the name, but I did see him kind of, what you call it, bomb on a national, I don't know if you've done any of these Conans or any of those sorts of things. You get on there for what, 30 seconds or
5 minutes?
5 minutes or something. These guys get to do these things. And one buddy got the shot, and it was tough, man. It was tough to watch. It was like, that is insane. I mean, I have a PDF in front of me on a laptop.
Yeah.
So that's easy. You're looking at the work, you're making fun of your life and yourself and whatever the deal is. But to go up there and to craft that thing, I don't know if it's all that different, but, when there's cameras and things, that seems scary.
Well, it's also like graphic design, though, because when you turn in a design and you're hoping that it becomes something big to where you're going to make some money, and it doesn't. And I'm not saying we're doing art for money at all, but when you've starved for so long, eventually you hope that just something gets a little traction, and if it doesn't, you're like, I got to keep fucking going.
Well, I mean, with you guys, when you came up there, I'm just a fan already. There's some comics I've gone and looked at, and I just wasn't feeling it. It's too wry. It's too nerdy. Like in my day-to-day, for making a couple designs for you, after getting to know you or just a smidge there, and seeing that, even Marin, seeing that this is rough, and seeing that it's not like there's some giant guarantee up there for either of you.
Yeah.
Like the posters we made,
incredible.
Well, those get sold, and then the money goes into your pockets. Good. That's pretty immediate versus it going through a number of managers and, I don't know, some entertainment group or whatever the hell. In my mind,
a merch company.
All the way down the line, and then 6 months later, you guys get a check cut with taxes out or some shit. No.
Yeah.
The money goes right into your pockets. So I love that stuff. I love, that's why, making those T-shirts for you guys and shit, or logos for Marin, I'm just a fan. Now, what happens when someone calls me and says, we don't have any money, I like what they do, right? And then, we're in trouble, we need help with the record cover. I don't say no to a lot of that shit. I just kind of go for it because, yes.
It comes back to you.
My God. I mean, that's what I've built a pretty big career on is
and it gets your work out there.
Well, just the idea that it's not a dirty word. Now, you can't pay a mortgage with a big bag of cool, and you can't pay a mortgage of I worked for all my asshole buddies for a bunch of years, but it helps, And what's funny now is to go and articulate this book or a career, and people say, well, what do you do? And it's like they wouldn't know because it's for a bunch of bands and buddies and things that were crusty and risky, they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff I can go point out, oh, here's a Nike or here's a something. But what I'm so proud of was a lot of it was just for your buddies. And that might have been a comedian or a band or just something you made even just for yourself. And I have a whole van filled out there full of that shit because while we're out here doing the tour, we're also shipping from the road. So all those orders have to be shipped. So every 5 days we get, a hotel room and try to find something on the very strategic.
Yep.
A hotel room with a door that opens to where you park, right?
Yep.
So I can go back.
Like one of those ones ground level
motels, man. Well, some of these things you go through the towns, there's kind of these hipster ones, right?
Yeah. There is. Yeah. I got you like the Ace and all that kind of shit.
Someone bought something, cleaned it up. They've got the nice soap and the nice shit, and you steal all the soap, use all the goodies. If you can find those, because we were just in Las Vegas, and that is, as you know,
that's a nightmare to get to.
A wormhole within a maze within a fucking cyclone.
You're like, where the fuck is my car?
So we can't even get the shit from the rig up to the room unless, and I have a bunch of, I have a dolly, that I stole from some union pricks one of my shows. And there's a pro tip. When the union guys won't let you use your dolly, you just fucking steal it. You put it behind the pipe and drape and let those assholes have their smoke breaks, and you load up your shit and you leave and you go check it on the plane that afternoon in Chicago. That's a pro tip, but that's what's out in the van. But you can't even get up there. So every 4 or 5 nights, my girl Lee has everything articulated. Okay, these are all the posters. Here's all the hats. We took all the T-shirts down because we are a mobile unit for this 2 months.
Oh yeah.
And then over the course of the 2 months,
you don't want to carry shirts.
Yeah, we can't. Too much weight.
Yeah,
too much weight. In the van, like a dumbass, scientific. I'm out there, and I got a little spreadsheet right before we leave Portland.
Yeah.
I input my 142 pounds. Sure. I'll go up to 150 just for the sake of science. Fucking, we input all the weight. I do the thing. 3,900 pounds. I'm like, oh. Now I go look on some websites, and I say, oh, some guy says 3,600 pounds, no problem. Full. It's Econoline. Last of the Ford Econolines, 2014.
Yeah.
So we go through this deal. We're like, we pack the van, we leave. The first minute I'm gassing up, 17 minutes away from town.
Flat tire.
When I look on the thing, in the door, I look on the thing and it says, no more than 2,200 pounds cargo and people.
Ah.
And I just kind of, ooh. So basically, Dean, from Orange Across America or the DDC, pretty much everything tour. Now it's the Lighten Our Load tour.
Yeah.
We've changed our little bit of our tune, and now it's a humanitarian mission. If you buy a book, it lightens the van and makes it safer on I-10 or I-666 or whatever the fuck you got down here. Driving in last night like a dumbass coming from the desert.
Yep.
Man, I am still wound up by it.
Yeah.
Because, Portland's got roads and cars and things and stuff, sure. But coming in here, it is a certain brand of insanity. It's fucking 10 o'clock at night. It's not like it was like 4:48 or like morning rush. It was fucking 9:47.
It doesn't matter what hour anymore.
And we're driving, and I'm white-knuckled, and you got Google Maps, and you're doing it, and you're getting in there, and it was fucking apeshit all the way until we got to our little place in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
And I think the room that we have in Santa Monica, I think Chuck Bukowski might have died there. I think,
Charles Bukowski?
I'm lying, but it smells like it. It is a hellhole, and I'm so glad we're out of there. Listen, I didn't quite book it. And if it was up to me, I don't know, some fucking Zagat rating. I don't know what I'm going to look at. But the prices usually reflect.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice or whatever. See, I got my girl with me, so I can't live like
an animal.
Like a fucking bed bug, battling the bed bugs for, who gets who gets to use all the covers. I got her with me. I have to be civil and civilized. And we get there, and I'm trying to park the overpriced parking on every corner. No one will even fit my van because it's 7 foot.
Yeah.
Everything's 6'5" in Santa Monica. So I have to go drive 9 blocks, park it in some sketchy thing, pay. Fine.
Yeah.
I get back, and she says, "Man, the room is rough."
Oh.
And it was. We always request non-smoking rooms.
Oh, yeah.
If we can be so indulgent. You are punched in the face with like, the ever-present. So this is part of the tour. We're taking
punk rock.
Whoa.
Punk rock.
At least we have a place to sleep. If it was up to me, and I know I can still fit in that van with all the shit in there, I'd sleep in that van because that's $140 you save every night. $140 is 8 or 9 records.
Yeah.
Right? I'm still that kid.
Yeah.
Since I have a girlfriend and she has needs like clean sheets and to take a shower and other things, just basic human hygiene standards. We've been having some nice play. We just went and we went to the Luxor.
Oh yeah,
Luxor
killer.
We just went because it was like, the
pyramid.
You can do it off a damn app.
Yeah,
22 miles away.
Yeah,
and you get there, and then you just realize, man, I just checked in to a maze of and we're not going to be in the high roller Kanye West suite. We're going to be in the back corner of the tower.
Yep.
19.
You're not even in the pyramid.
In the pyramid. So we get there. That's part of the adventure. Every time there's been a little bit of a like, hey, asshole, we have to drive 640 miles today. That was said one morning.
That's crazy, right?
Let me look at the map again. I know. You give a whole drive day like a band. My buddies in bands, they're out doing this, and I have been, always a little jealous until you hear, dude, we had to drive all day and had to piss in bottles. I've done that for years.
Totally.
But when you have to do that, it's not that much fun.
No. Let me
stop me. I'm excited. I'm talking too much.
No, it's good. It's good though. But let me get into this because, like I said, I didn't know who you were. And I remember posting a photo of you and I on my Instagram back in Portland. And my buddy Chris Mocco, who's a good friend of mine and a designer and does stuff, he immediately pops up like, oh, that guy's fucking great.
Really? Cool,
yeah.
Cool.
So my point is, and I really want to get into, how did you get into graphic design? What is your first design that really you sell and then start working? Because you've done some insane stuff. You've worked for Nike. You've worked for fucking huge bands. You've done all kinds of corporate stuff. Let's get into a little bit of your background. Like, did you stumble into it? Were you just a guy drawing on your Peachy folder, Kiss logos? You know what I mean? Those guys? Yeah.
Well, I mean, in high school, we were reacting to what was around us, and it was hair metal.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And a lot of those guys were kind of like us, but they were also kind of pretty. They were pretty boys.
Yeah.
We were skateboarders.
Yeah.
So we were reacting to all that, or even better than that. They were reacting to a bunch of dumb fuck jocks.
Yeah.
And we were watching that too, just kind of going, no way. And here's a little
out
stuff.
in Michigan?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, any situation you go to, be it Frisco or here or anywhere you go, there's going to be the good-looking one, and there's going to be some pile of shit at the bottom. But I'll just give you a stock report. We won. We fucking won, because I know those turds.
Yeah.
You see them 25 years. We said our 25th anniversary. Hey, sucked then, and they still suck now. Moving right along.
How do you get into the art?
You grew up making your own shit, and that's what's important here. Is like when you couldn't. It's okay. You can't go make a sport logo for your team. You can, but it's already set in stone. You are the somethings. For your skateboard buddies, you can make your own company. That's where it started.
Skateboards.
So, skateboarding.
Badass.
You made your own graphics and your own stuff.
Were you into the early stuff? Like, of course, I worship Dogtown. That's
a little bit before me.
I know that, but I mean, and Kevin Christie, who co-hosts the show with me sometimes, he's an absolute junkie on skate stickers and all that, and Tony Alva and all that. But yeah, my era was really Santa Cruz, and you have Dogtown, which had the best designs
in that era. Yeah. You would have been 19. I would have been 13.
Yeah.
And
Jason Jesse.
I had a Jason Jesse at 13, but you had one when you were an adult, and it was a little different.
Yeah.
I met that guy.
Yeah, he's so great. I did some music on his documentary.
He's a weird guy, man.
I love him, though.
I know. I mean, it's just like, who are your heroes?
Outlaw.
Who are your heroes? Well, right. And I got to meet him. He was cool as shit. And I know that he's a weirdo. And
Dwayne Peters.
I got a handshake when he was playing as the Huns.
Wow.
1 year. U.S. bombs I saw 1 year.
Wow.
These are broken teeth and all that kind of shit.
All those early dudes, man.
Now, that's a little... Now, see, before us, our era were these, like, bronze guys. They were, like, these bronze, good-looking fucking... Jeff Grossos, Tony Hawk, like all the Powell, all the
when the money starts coming in.
When the money starts coming in, and they're starting to get out to us. If they can get to us, all the way out in Michigan, and it's this thing where there's demos coming through town.
Yeah.
What I instantly recognized was like, man, they make their own shit. So at 14, 15, I was drawing my own stuff. 17 out of high school, right into college, to learn graphic design, because in Michigan you have to be pragmatic. Fine art is a couple of dirty words. There's no way you're going to make it. A couple people get to, but I had to be practical. I need to make a living, have a life, have a job. So graphic design at least had a foot in art, and then art and a foot in like making a living. That's where it started. So all of our own brands. I get out west in 93. I'm 19 years old.
To Portland.
We're just making stuff.
What makes you move there? Does your family move there?
No. We go to Bend, Oregon, because 6 of my buddies went to Mount Bachelor there to go be snowboarders. So I saved all my money the summer of 93. We get out there in August of 93. There's 6 of us. We go to Mount Bachelor in the middle of Oregon, middle of nowhere.
Yep.
Because it was affordable, and we had this incredible hill to go snowboard every day. That's what we did. I would do, 200 days a year. For the next 5 winters.
Snowboarding?
Wow. Skateboarding.
Shit conditions up there. Because I grew up in the Bay Area, so I got Heavenly Valley, I got Squaw Valley, I got fucking, all of that beautiful powder.
All that shit shifts.
Yeah.
Now, whatever it was 1 year before us, Bachelor was hitting. So we get out there on the tail end, because at the time in 93, and all this shit shifts, 93 it was hot to go to Colorado. But all our buddies went there already out of high school. So 91, they all go.
Vail and Aspen.
Oh yeah, we Breckenridge and all this.
Yeah.
We keep going because we didn't know anyone out there. And then the secret was like, wow, and there's Portland just a couple hours away. So we're up in Portland seeing all the cool bands. Now, who was cool at the time? Fucking Offspring. Ugh.
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit.
Yeah,
we were going to see Girls Against Boys and Unwound and Paw and all this kind of indie and kind of Midwestern and whatever the hells we were seeing. Like we were seeing the crusty
Soundgarden?
stuff. Yeah, but they were big. They were already big.
Oh, they were already big.
They
Gotcha.
were at your arena level at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
We were seeing I don't know,
Tool? Early Tool?
They would have been already kind of big too. I mean,
what year are we talking?
93.
Oh, 93. That's when you moved to Portland.
Yeah, we were. It was the indie shit. We were seeing like, Swerve
Helmet?
Driver came through. Oh yeah, I saw some of that. Even crustier, like you're kind of like, you're like
Rollins band.
Well, no, they were kind of big and polished. A lot of touch and go stuff, a lot of AMREP stuff, a lot of the crustier sub pops and things around Portland. La Luna, Satyricon. I saw the Jesus Lizard any number of times, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
But then you go see Dinosaur Jr., which I still love, and it was kind of a big show. You go back and see Girls Against Boys, there's 50 people there that kind of know about it, and that's it. You know,
Right.
it was.
Where are you going? Like the Crystal Ballroom, or what's it
That
called
would have
there?
been bigger. I mean, we were seeing La Luna, stuff like Crystal Ballroom,
Yeah.
Roseland.
Crystal Ballroom's great. They just opened that
La
hotel.
Luna. A place called La Luna. We
Oh, La
saw
Luna.
Everything.
Yeah,
there.
great room.
Did you play there?
Yeah, La Luna's killer.
Yeah. So I wonder if I ever saw your band.
Nah, because that wasn't punk rock.
I
Played
see.
like, you know, at that time I was playing kind of, you know, like, I don't know, alt country,
Sure.
Blues Traveler meets
Sure.
Wilco,
Sure.
you know, meets fucking whatever.
Listen, as soon as I
Mother
got
hips.
when I got myself back to Minneapolis in '98, after 5 years out west, 5 years going to Alaska in the summers to make money for computers and season passes. And
What are you
college.
doing? Doing the fish
I
boats?
was washing dishes. And
What?
it sucked.
In
It sucked.
Alaska?
In Alaska, on the sightseeing train out of Anchorage up to Fairbanks, back and forth. 5 months, washed dishes the whole time.
Now you're
Sucked.
doing all this, and you've graduated
Yeah.
from school to be a graphic artist, and you're not doing any graphics at
This
the
is
time.
how, but it was all analog,
Okay,
painting
yeah.
and drawing.
Oh, wow.
And it was shit for buddies only, because you
Yeah.
know when you're in this ski town, there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
You're going up to the hill to go snowboard. That's number one. Number two, at night they're going and drinking and chasing, TNA, and I am in my bedroom working and
Yeah.
getting to know how to draw and paint and make and think. And then first summer up in Alaska, I got my computer. $9,900 I made washing dishes. That's how I got the first machine.
And what machine you buy?
Oh, some power computing. I can remember
Just
right
some
down to the
junk
day.
PC?
No, it was a fucking no. It was a Mac clone.
Oh, Mac clone.
I couldn't afford the Mac.
It was
I
a
got
fake Mac?
well, they were great at the time, but I still have it too. I still have it 20 years later. I have that motherfucker.
Whoa,
It's the size
you could
of-
eBay that
You
thing.
could- well, I mean,
People would buy it though, like as relics.
it is whatever you got in that Gibson
So
box.
you're
I
doing
can't even
graphics
handle
on
it.
that prehistoric thing?
Yeah. That's where I started. So that gave me the access to make things like I'd make for you guys,
Right.
or just something. Take a sketch out of my field notes,
Uh-huh.
bring it into something, start to build it in Illustrator, and that's the way it's been for 20 years. Now, coming from where I come from, you work for nothing, kind of okay because your buddies. It's fun to make shit for your buddies. All the way up the food chain. See, the difference between I can go talk about now to kids is like I'm on stage, I'm backstage with big names,
Yeah.
who wouldn't take a Dean Del Rey job because first of all, there may not be any money. You know,
Yep.
it's okay. It's just fun to make shit for things that people are doing cool shit. Okay, but that's not the way they think. They have people, agencies, things, receptionists, stuff, overhead, underhead, whatever the hell. They have these lists of things, and they can't break out of that. I never got into that.
You know
I
why
had-
they got that? Because they got massive overhead. They
Well-
got credit card debt.
well,
they
sure.
got fucking big
Sure.
2-3 car
I mean,
notes.
this is-
They got kids.
It's American dream shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
You dig a hole and then you can't do the art
Well,
you want to do.
I was told you'll be lucky to do anything with graphic design. You'll be lucky to do anything with art because where I'm from, you can't make a living with that shit, right? Right? So I knew from day one, I'm going to have a shit job in the day, and at night, that's when I make stuff for my buddies. Well, that's the way it was for years and years and years. And it's not a dirty word. It's a really good thing because I had compassion when I started taking on jobs. When it was just me or my first agency job, like you'll never hear me in my 2 years at an agency job. Because I came in a little higher than the scrubs below, you'll never hear me saying shit like, that's my team. They do this for me. It was always, we're on this together. All right, fellas, let's do it. Because, man, we can get our shit done, and we play ping pong all day.
Yeah.
So I know how to do that. None of this, like, you bring it up the food chain to me. I saw how that worked for 2 years.
Yep.
And just, here's the deal. I was making $65,000, which is a lot of cash.
Yeah.
But then,
30 after taxes.
it allowed me to pay off all my credit cards.
I get you.
And get enough money to put away to get my first little house in Portland. But I saved up enough. 2004, I went on my own.
That's what I love because
I bought a house.
You didn't get into the fucking slave to the money because these people
They offered more.
Yeah.
But I knew there was gold to be had in the hills of like, fuck that. I'm going to sit in that basement and work on anything I want. So year number one, 2004 to 2005, I cleared $200,000.
Whoa!
Now, $200,000 when you're a fucking shitbag.
Come on, dude. That's huge.
Okay.
How do you get there? What's your first big job?
Well, the first jobs were, see, this is the thing, is there's no big break as much as the little brands we were starting with my buddies where I rolled the dice and they said, listen, We don't have any money. We don't have any money for this stuff, right? I'm pointing right now to the book.
Yeah.
Union Binding Company. We have a little bit of money. Let's get it going. This year we can give you 15 grand.
Wow.
Okay. And by the time, 8 or 9 years later, the retainer on that is a healthy salary for one person, just that job.
So you do these logos, you come in low, let's say 15 years, and then you sign a contract or something that says you can use it yearly, but as you get bigger, you pay more money. How's that work?
No, check it out. So that 15 grand I'm saying,
yeah,
that's not just for the logo. Shit, that's the big leagues if you can get a logo for 15 grand. Some people only do logos for 50 grand. Well, listen. Somewhere there, I got $500 for the logo. After that, every little ad, every little piece, every little catalog cover, that added up to 15 grand. Now, I don't know. I don't know if it's 50 projects or 30 projects or whatever it was.
It's just royalties. Who's chasing that down? Who's catching the stuff? Like, hey, I saw it in a flyer.
No. They're just coming to me saying, they're just coming to me saying, here's a list.
Okay.
We need all this stuff made to go to trade shows and go into ads and anything. And there's none of this royalties. I wouldn't even know how to do it. I've never even had that. All these years later, I had a royalty on my book.
Yeah,
we can talk about that, but it's just a fee.
I got you.
Do the work. Yeah.
I got you. So logo is one of the things, and then there's like 30 things on the contract, and you go, okay, 15 grand. Now, how does that get bigger, though, is what I'm saying.
The next year, they do that many more ads, and there's that much more revenue, and they're selling that much more shit. So by the time you're 10 years into this brand, it's a substantial retainer.
Wow.
And it's like to let those guys go, because basically I said, you guys, I was with you for 10 years. I helped birth it.
Yeah.
We squeezed this thing out together, and the risk being, what if after year one it died? Some of my brands did. I got to work for. Some did. 10 years later, 15 years later, Union is still a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, these are little snowboard brands. But see, I could have taken the bait at the big Nike.
Yeah.
I could have got two little, junior Dean Del Rey's to come work for me.
Yeah.
And a couple little Mark Marons all the way at the very bottom to push around. No, it was me all my life sitting there in my basement, no pants on, working.
Yeah.
So that's how you get from 65 to, you'd say no to no jobs.
Yeah.
And then some jobs are 5. And then when someone doesn't know that you're a fuckhead sitting in your underwear in your basement and they say, we like your work, can you work with 25 grand for the budget?
Yeah.
And then suddenly you have to have your friends, pick up the phone because they don't want you to, you don't want them to know it's just me sitting.
Yeah.
That's how you did it.
Yeah.
Every year it's gone up. And, I just paid my taxes.
Yeah.
And it was a salary.
Wow.
I mean, I just have to have it liquid every year because Uncle Sam comes knocking. Field notes, all the tours. I get paid at those shows.
Yeah.
What else? Merch. We average, sometimes it's $1,000 a day we sell in merch.
Wow.
Out of that orange fucking van, man.
Wow.
Some days it's 0, but not really. It's getting bonkers. So I've had a good run. Just trying to appreciate it.
Yep.
I paid off my house in 2010.
Wow.
I paid off my Volvo in 2011. I paid off my fucking appendix, Dean.
Your appendix.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh, you should have seen me that morning. I went in there. I thought I was on fucking death's door. I was on death's door. I'm freaking out. The guy stops me. He goes, "Hey, asshole." He says, "Mr. Draplin, there was a 6-year-old kid in here about 2 hours ago. Got his appendix out. He did better than you did."
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing the angels.
Mine bursted. Wow. Really? Oh, man. Fucking on a camping trip.
Oh, my God. So it did the burst?
Driving up a gravel road with the poison dripping around the body.
Really?
Oh, okay, my God.
All I had, listen, I get a hangnail and below.
Yeah.
I can't handle. And fucking, all I had was the very tip of that little evil little piece of fucking whatever it is.
Yeah.
The very tip was just infected. And all I felt was a discomfort in my side, like a cramp.
Yeah.
But I went like a dumbass. We don't go to the doctor. And I thought, I stretched something, taking some cosmic dump. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You Google it.
Yeah. Oh, don't do that.
You're done.
Yeah, you're dead.
A couple days later, I flew home, and basically my mom said, "You are green. You're green. You don't look right. Something's wrong." We went to the hospital. They did a couple tests. I'm thinking they're going to find that I have cancer of the eyebrows. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I heard that's going around.
I'm scared, man. You know a good specialist in town? My eyebrows hurt. Not at 43 years old, but I'm scared. And the guy comes back and he's like all jovial. Buddy, it's a stupid little appendix. I didn't know what that is.
Yeah.
12 minutes later, they had the thing out. I got a couple little poke holes on my circumference here.
Yeah.
No big
I got
deal.
the fucking old 80s shark wound looking. It's just like a fucking, I mean, it looks like Frankenstein.
Right,
Fucking, man. And they put the staples in me, you know?
I remember him explaining, this is one of our easiest things we do. You'll be out in 15 minutes. And I just, I don't know what you're doing. I remember, I am no pillar of health by any stretch, and I have a lot of work to do, and I got to get tiny, and I've been inspired by you kicking sugar.
Yeah.
And I've been reading these things, and it's like, all right. It's time to, to make some fucking changes. But in that moment, at what, 39, 38 years old, whenever this happened 4 or 5 years ago, it was like, man, we've had a good run.
Yeah.
People got hurt around us, but it was from jumping off some cliff.
Yeah.
It's not someone got sick. I mean, the numbers are the numbers. And I don't mean to make this thing get weird, but we're starting to see friends. I lost a friend a couple weeks ago, which was like someone I went to high school with.
Yeah.
The numbers are the numbers. It's only going to get weirder as we go.
That's all it is, man. That's what's great about doing art. Because if you would have stayed at that fucking agency and you end up fucking just eating the donuts all day and not fucking,
I mean, the challenge now is to start, I can sit there all day, make Dean Del Rey t-shirts all day like a pile of shit. Oh, yeah. I mean, so I got to get the standing desk. Yeah. I got to move. You ought to see me with my trainer. You ought to see it.
Yeah, you got a trainer now?
Act. Oh, you ought to see. Well, I've had him for a couple years.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, Keesar, my buddy, we get in there, he gets me moving, he gets my heart pumping. At least we're doing that, but I don't know how the hell someone's going to go into that place and drop 150 pounds. You got to take your stomach out to do that shit.
I thought that, but man, you change your diet and it's fucking gone. I dropped 32 pounds.
Really?
I'm like a different guy now,
Amazing. Well,
it's all food, man. And of course you're on the road and
we're trying.
You're going to stop and you're going to eat some fucking garbage.
Well, I'll tell you what, while we're out here, Lee has been, she's good to say, okay, listen, I know it's not cool, but we're going to Applebee's. Applebee's, you get a piece of chicken.
Yeah.
You get some broccoli.
Uh-huh.
And then you get, a little bit of rice.
Applebee's. I love it. You're just telling me how much money you made, and you're at a shit hotel, and you're eating Applebee's.
We're at some shit hotels. Well, this is the thing. It's like when you're.
What are you saving for, man?
Well, no. Well, I mean, I paid off mom shit.
I know. I got you.
We're out there. I know. Lee will look at me and she'll say, "You're having a big year, asshole. Why are you not taking the toll road? Fuck it. Take the toll road."
Oh, my God.
And I am still that. I can't apologize.
Yeah.
I'm still the kid who had nothing when he was 24.
Me too.
I'm still that kid.
But I do love a little bit of luxury once I get up and running, like TSA and Clear, pay the money and just walk by.
4 out of 5 times in the last flights, I've been bumped up.
Yeah.
And that is the greatest buzz I'll ever have.
I know, right?
But like, what do people, buying records is all I have left.
I love it.
I go buy $100 worth of records. I'm high as shit, and that's all I need for a couple more weeks. Yeah. I mean, right? How do I splurge?
You got a sweet turntable?
Oh yeah.
What do you got?
Techniques.
Oh yeah.
But it's not like the
the
bullshit.
DJ one, yeah.
It's just like a classic late 80s techniques that my buddy was just like, hey, this is the one. It'll now I know you and Marin go back and forth between is that a bunch of Marantz shit I'm looking at? It is.
Yeah. Marantz.
My buddies, they really covet that Marantz stuff.
It's great. It's great. You know why? Because it's not that much money, man. That's $800.
I have a Pioneer receiver.
Yeah.
I haven't stepped to the big system yet.
Yeah.
I have a ton of records, but I need to get a good system at the shop. What I bought about 2 years ago was one of these Braun. Are you familiar with the Braun stuff?
Yep.
1960 Berlin Braun set, and that'll be in the shop. And it looks like something out of fucking 2001, whatever,
right?
Space Odyssey shit. It's pretty futuristic looking, but it was made in 1960 behind the Iron Curtain, and I got one of those, and I just have to go get the thing retooled because it has, I don't know what the hell the gigahertz or megaflops or megafritz, whatever the fuck they are in Berlin.
Ohms.
It's different here.
Different ohms or
so
different
these guys
volts.
They have to put a different size rubber band in the thing or whatever it's going to be to get it just calculated down or whatever converted. That's coming, but as I slow my life down, the next step will be like, I want to get I just want to slow it down. I want to quit working so much.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I've made it, but I've made certain things. I've made certain milestones where it's like, I don't need to work this hard all the time.
Yeah.
I'm still that kid that looks at every job. I did a job a couple nights ago where it was, buddy from Facebook called and said, we got a job. It's $3,000. I need it in a couple days. Done.
Wow.
I did it while I was on the road.
Yeah.
But $3,000 would buy me a laptop. $3,000 would buy.
You're so right.
I pay my mom's car payment. That's 10 months of car payment.
Yeah.
I got her a brand new Jeep Cherokee, the little one.
Sick.
My mom's 72. I'm not fucking around, man. Right?
Yeah, that's great.
So, these things come and they go. And
you made $1 million yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
My God.
I'm not. I say that with a giant, holy fucking shit, because you have to pay taxes on that.
I know. Yeah.
And that is a tidal wave of sadness and reality of like, no, I've never hit $1 million in a year.
Yeah.
But you start adding the shit up. Oh, it's been 10 years of being way the hell out of the red.
Wow.
But that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting to make the $65,000 a year and make it on that, and I was ready for it. And that's what's funny. My accountant every year says to me, he says, "Hey asshole, you're still doing the $65,000 a year shit. If you notice, your budget's about $22,000 a year. Do you notice?" And I said, "Well, yeah, it costs this much for the insurance and my space and my go to Whole Foods, whole paycheck.
Yeah, whole paycheck.
This is what the budget is." And he says, you can ramp it up a bunch because you're making it, but that
you got a warehouse now, right?
No. That's just I have my shop.
Yeah. What is that?
That's
is that at the house?
That was where Marin came and spoke to me.
Right.
No. I have a little house, and then you go downtown, and we have a shop with 3 buddies. We just rent a space, 3 buddies. But next October, I'm jumping out, and I'm probably going to build something behind my other house. And I don't know if you know about in Portland, but they have these things called EDUs, ADUs, DD something's attached dwelling units.
Yeah.
Extra dwelling. I don't know what the hell it was, but you build a little house behind your house, and people Airbnb them and make $300 a night to all these numbnuts coming to Portland.
Totally.
Well, I'm just going to build one to be my studio. And that's where I'll work. And then up above will be a little, like, what do they call it? Like where my mom can stay.
Yeah.
When she comes out and spends time with us with her own little shower, her own little shitter, and her own little, little efficiency for her. So she's not breathing, I'm not breathing down her neck and vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break wind on that this summer. And that's going down, probably this summer.
Wow. Portland's changed, huh?
And,
Let's talk a little bit about Portland. When you first
how often do you get up? When was the last time you were there?
When you were there.
Okay.
I've only been there once in the last 20 years, but I just know exactly. First of all, Portland is really fucking cool, but it's also getting the spill off of all the techies from San Fran, so it's through the roof.
I liken what's going on in Portland to probably, whatever wave you want to pick in San Francisco, where it's like now what you're hearing. The roadies are having to consolidate. The roadies who had the little place for $600 and got a room and had their own key to a door and it was their deal, that shit's gone. That's been gone at 7 or 8 years. Now that little place, that's $1,300.
Right.
So now you've got guys. They're one guy lives in here and one guy lives upstairs, and then that's just the deal. And you're seeing people consolidate. Now you're seeing other scarier things where a house is for sale and they're selling it to someone with big money from the Bay Area. Or right next to me, a guy who was a real estate guy up in Seattle, could not afford Seattle. He's a real estate guy. Couldn't do it. Came down to Portland, bought my house, the house right next to mine.
Yeah.
January, old man Chuck. Smelled like cat piss, fucking roof's caving in, it's got mildew, it's got holes, it's got wet carpet in the basement, the whole bit.
Yeah.
It's uninhabitable. He puts a price on it for $300,000. The thing is caving fucking in.
Yeah.
It's gross. You can smell it.
Yeah.
And I knew old man Chuck, racist old prick. He was terrible. But, old man Chuck, I was sweet to him. He was sweet to me, but I knew what he was about. He was just running out the clock.
Yeah.
Old man Chuck sells that place for $312.
Wow.
So this is just the deal. It's not even about the 2x4s and shit.
It's just
about
the property.
land.
Yep.
So now you're scared that someone's going to come in, clean it out Bay Area style, and then build a 9-plex.
Yeah.
Or what was kind of the best thing I guess could have happened was that there was this guy that came in and he started playing this kind of like part with me where he's saying, well, I wonder, he bought the house for $313 or whatever it was. And he's telling me, well, I wonder where my wife's going to put her, furniture and stuff. Your wife's not going to put shit here, man.
Yeah.
You're just flipping it. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Every time I'd see him, he'd be saying, well, we're going to paint it this way because my wife wants, he knows what to say to kind of get me off his back.
Right.
And yeah, I let him use, I don't know, you want to go use my, my plugs and shit while you guys have the shit turned off? Use it. I'm a nice neighbor.
Yeah.
He put $100 into it. 2 or 3 months later, he sold it for a little over $500.
Wow.
And that's just the life. Now, this is a 1,400 square foot Craftsman. It's not that big.
Yeah.
And that is what's going on. So the little funny house that sits next to him, mine, I bought for $229. It's worth some mountain of cash, so it's funny money. Now, if I want to get something with 2 more bedrooms because I want a room to work and I want a room for my mom, I had the woman write me up based on my credit, based on what I have in the bank, and she writes me a loan for almost $950,000.
Wow.
And I said, what the hell? And she said, because I thought if I could sell my place for $440, then going up the food chain, another bedroom, another something, it'd be $620,000. And she just laughed at me. She said, no, these houses are going for $850.
Wow.
And you have to be prepared to give $100 more grand.
Oh, for the bidding.
The overbid.
Wow.
And I just have to say, man, it just broke my heart. I mean, that's kind of chilled out even since, June when it was nice out and people were freaking out.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a part of that.
No.
At some point, if I cash in, which is a weird term anyway.
Yeah.
I bought the house for $225 because that's what I could afford. I didn't get the big house. I got a little house.
Yeah.
And I fixed it up and it's good. But it's like, I don't need a lot of house.
Me either.
You don't
Look what I got. That's all I need.
Well, if it's comfy, fuck it.
I don't give a fuck.
You're on the road anyway.
I'm looking for quiet.
Yeah.
You know
Is
what
this
I mean?
a quiet neighborhood?
Yeah, it's great. Listen, your shit here, man. It's like great. I come home and I'm like, all right, no one around.
But wait a second. I went over a mountain up from Santa Monica.
Yeah.
So if I go due east, is that Hollywood?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm like 5 minutes from Hollywood.
Now, where do you go do the what's the
Comedy Store?
Yeah, where do you?
That's like 12 minutes away, right over Laurel Canyon.
Is that easy to get to?
Yeah, it's right up the street here. So I go right over Laurel Canyon, take a right on Sunset.
That's where Marin goes.
Yeah, exactly.
I know I'm committing sacrilege right now, not knowing the precise coordinates of this. But where's Marin live around here?
He lives about 20 minutes from here.
Where's my favorite drummer live? Patrick Keeler. Where's he live?
He lives right up the street, dude.
Man, we should call him because, man, that is my favorite drummer.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, man. I heard him on your deal here.
Yeah, I've
been listening
over.
to that shit. I've been listening to that shit for years.
Dude, he's like
Green
5
Vines.
minutes from my house. So we'll call him after the show and get some lunch.
Okay. Yeah. Because, man, the last time I saw him was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And he said, you gotta, this is, I guess 2 years ago a year ago we saw him in New Orleans at Greg Dully from the Afghan Wigs place. We met Greg that night, which is they were recording some new shit for the Afghan.
They got
Wigs.
a new record coming out.
Of course, I love that Due to the Beast one. That was great. That was
Gentleman is a masterpiece.
Oh man,
come on, dude.
What's that? 1993 or 92? I have those records. I got them all. The last time I saw it, and that's what I told Greg. I said, last time I saw you guys was on the 1965 record tour.
Great,
he was like,
great tour.
Yeah, and I said, well, I was 26, and you guys had like satin shirts on and shit. And here I am seeing fuckers and ring tees and all sad and whatever the hell,
shoegazers,
whatever bullshit. And then I get to go see you guys with like a backup singer set and horns and stuff. And it was
Sean Smith singing backgrounds on that tour? The guy from Brad, it was him. I saw that. Yeah,
I don't know. I just remember being blown away that it was like. Because when I went to Minneapolis to go to art school, after 5 years out west, I went back to go. I gave up the West. I gave up snowboarding. I gave up saying the word dude. And I fucking went back to art school.
Gave up dude,
I'm not on fucking beach anymore. I go back there, and I got to see a lot of bands in Minneapolis. I mean, but it was...
First Avenue?
Oh, yeah. But more the entry. So it was like... a lot of Richard Buckners, a lot of Wilcos, all the local kind of...
Jeff Buckley?
I never was into it.
Oh, wow.
He's a little too poetic for me.
Wow.
I know my girlfriend loves that stuff.
Yeah.
But I was raised
some early, Sunvolt.
There you go. So
Jayhawks.
That's what brought me to Minneapolis was coming out of this like indie, sad 90s bullshit.
Yeah.
I got punched in the face by Uncle Tupelo. I knew about it.
Unbelievable, right?
So
Old Country, man, when it hit, it was so fucking refreshing because you were like, wait a minute, this isn't like your grandpa's country. This is Lucinda Williams. This is Ryan Adams. This is Jeff Tweedy. This is the Jayhawks. This is all that stuff coming through with these, and they all play the shit out of their instruments, and they all sing, and they fucking,
Some of it, didn't even have the twang, but it was pigeonholed into that zone.
Yeah.
When I first saw the old 97s, which was just a punk country band, they were great. It was train songs, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
It was fucking great. I get to do the records now. We're working on the record right now.
Remember Morphine?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, Morphine was great.
Okay, I remember one night, Minneapolis is 1998, I guess, and across town, it's like Modest Mouse is the big draw, and I grew up on that shit. I love it. But that night, I was going to see Peter Case, Alejandro Escovedo, and a guy named Freedy Johnson.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm the youngest guy there by 20 years. These dudes are my age at the show.
Yeah.
A lot of corduroy and shit on. And I'm looking around like I'm supposed to be at the hip show seeing goddamn Waka Waka and the Waka Wakas. But I loved Richard Buckner. I loved those Jayhawks.
Yeah.
And there were dudes with fiddles. And sometimes it was hokey. We go to certain shows and it's a fucking hoedown. And you're like, man,
that shit was dumb with the outfits and the costumes.
You're just kind of like, wait a second, man. You were a web developer by day, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But see, when I got to like Sunvolt, which was just the very perfect right sprinkle of twang, the just perfect right amount sprinkle of rock, I had arrived.
Yeah.
And that stuff to this day, Trace is my favorite, one of my favorite top 5 records.
What a great record. You know who else is great? And it was around in that Bay Area, Chuck Prophet, man.
I got to do a record for Chuck.
Fucking great.
I got to do a record for Chuck.
Old friend of mine. What a great.
Chuck.
And then you
Chuck
also
can play fucking guitar, man.
Oh my God, that guy can play guitar. That guy is a fucking secret rock god.
Chuck can play
And then
guitar.
what about Jim Campolongo and the 10-gallon hats? That
Is
guy.
that Bay Area? I wouldn't know that.
That guy played a lot of that chicken picking. He's coming out like tick-ow, bow, tick-ow. Chuck, and then also you had Sister Double Happiness.
Wait. That's that Gary Floyd guy.
Yeah.
I know that.
Fuck yeah,
that guy
dude.
could sing. Now, I was just in Austin, listening to all my old, dicks on the iTunes.
Yeah.
And that's where those guys started.
Sick.
Now, how
So
did I
good.
get to Gary Floyd? Because it was a Butthole Surfer song.
Yeah.
That's how I got to that.
Wow.
And that's when I was a little kid, and what the hell is Gary Floyd? Who the hell are they talking about? Well, it's this like artist and this guy that can fucking sing.
Unbelievable.
All those years. Yeah, I know Sister Double Happiness. I know that stuff. That shit.
Yeah.
Dare I say rocked. It was good.
Yeah, it was real. There was a lot of good music in that alt country era. Whiskey Town was just fucking flooring. 16 Days,
Yeah, those are great. See, this is the hard part about this stuff. One of my favorite bands of growing up was a band called the Red House Painters.
I love it. Mark Eitz,
Kozlet.
yeah.
I even loved American Music Club. That's at Eitzel. But
Kozlet was killer and Almost Famous. He played the bass player. I mean, what a score for him because fucking what's his name loved his music and got him in it.
Who are your heroes? And unfortunately, in the last couple of years, that guy, getting on these blogs and, fucking saying shit to people on stage. What a privilege to be up there. What a privilege to make that beautiful music and then to be this kind of like, I don't know, absurdist humor guy where he's just laughing to his buddies and people are listening. I'm listening. I'm a fan. I'm listening to that guy going. Every time you say something in an interview, I'm reading it because I'm still that fan.
Yeah.
And then he's slamming something or he's slamming another artist. Then you slam that War on Drugs kid. I like the War on Drugs. I like that band.
Yeah.
I liked him when that kid was in Kurt Vile. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's a privilege to be in that position. Like, I know that comedians go after each other. I've listened to it on Marin talking about beefs and things and stuff.
I got no time for it. I feel like it's meant to be behind closed doors.
Well, right.
You know what I mean?
When you air that stuff, it hurt. Now,
also, it throws a bitterness out there, and it's like, why? We're all artists, and it's already fucking hard enough. Why war each other?
One of my favorite Bay Area bands. It's tarnished now. It's tarnished. It's tarnished. Like, if growing up, one of my favorite bands in the Northwest, when it wasn't cool, I loved Tad.
Oh, yeah.
I loved everything by Tad. And then one time I heard, He's the gentlest, nicest guy you'd ever meet. And I will be a Tad fan the rest of my fucking life.
Yeah.
I was expecting to hear they got kind of something and it blew up. I saw the documentary, blah, blah, blah. And a buddy who knows him through they're called the Brothers of the Sonic Cloth is his new kind of doom band. Tad Doyle's doom band. And they rip. He was like, I know Tad. They did okay. They did okay. But you have to understand, this guy who knows all these assholes always says to me, Draplin, you have to understand at the height of Mudhoney, at the very height of it, they were allowed to get down payments on a house. That's it. Because every Tuesday, well, now it's every Friday, but Tuesdays, you go in to get new records at the record store.
Yep.
I'd see Steve Turner, Mudhoney, digging around in the used bins because he's a flipper. He buys shit and then he sells it out. Whatever he sells.
Yeah, I do that too.
He can find the good
Look
stuff.
at my house, dude.
Well, I know.
You're looking at sit in here.
I can't wait to go dig. Well,
everything in here is for sale.
So you see this and you're like, that's Steve Turner. I paid to see him in 1992 or whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
And here we are, watching. So here's the deal. I've arrived, and how I know that is just about a month and a half ago, just before we left on the tour. I have arrived, and here's how I know. I went to a Dinosaur Jr. show.
Yeah.
Now listen, I walk up, and I know one of their guitar techs, a guy named O. I've met him twice. O. And O put me on a list. And I walk up, I look at Lee, he goes, do you have a ticket? And I go, I don't. I did a poster for Dinosaur, and maybe Brian put me on the list. I don't know. He said anytime I'd ever go, just go check. I walk up and the woman hands me 2 what they call non-escort passes. Now listen, we're not seeing fucking Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
We're not seeing, God, what's the biggest act in the world? I don't know. Kenny Loggins, tour of 87. Great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And here we are at Goofy Little Dinosaur Jr. and we get to walk as far as we want all the way backstage. And we did. It was a blast.
Yeah.
And there was Steve Turner from Mudhoney with his buddies standing there, and I got a handshake. And, this guy, who knows everybody in the world. He was in a band called Fluff back in the 90s.
Yeah.
A band called Fluff. Otis Bartholomew, photographer and just an amazing guitar player. He introduces me, and I just stopped and I said, well, this is it. This was my moment. I arrived.
You made it.
I got to a Dinosaur Jr. backstage, and I saw Jay, and Jay kind of acknowledged me because about a year ago, I got to do a poster. I've been listening to that band. It's one of my top 5 bands since I can remember. 87? I was probably 14 or 13 years old. I got to Dinosaur Jr. I got to do a poster. I got, when he, in the backstage a year ago in New York City. I'm a fan, man. Here goes the guy from Buffalo Tom. I had all those records.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go bug him, And here comes the guy from Sonic Youth. Well, I better get a handshake from that guy. And I did. There comes Kevin Shields from My Buddy Bond. I better get a fucking handshake. He was very nice. Big, tall guy. Got a handshake.
Cool, man.
Maskus comes to me and he says, I go, hey, Jay, cool show, man. Thanks for letting me work on your poster. And he goes, I really liked you on Marin.
Wow.
And I about died. So that he was on there.
Wow.
And he heard my Marin.
Wow.
I wasn't supposed to be on fucking Marin. I'm not supposed to be on the Dean Del Rey show either, God damn it.
That's when I knew. That's when I felt I'd gotten somewhere when I was on Marin. It's he's such a great guy, and he took me on the road, and I got to meet you, and that's what I love about when people give back to the community and stuff. And
well, how did he get his kick? Somehow.
Yeah.
And I've heard it, Kinnison's and all these things. I've heard it for years now.
Yeah.
But all this stuff works in these funny little ways, and I'm sure it works that way. It's happening now. Kids are coming to me and they're saying, hey, man, I'm in a little bit of a pinch. Can you get my name in with this agency? Yep. And I make a connection, and a month later the kid writes and says, holy shit, I've done $20,000 of work. And I didn't have anything for a year. I worked at goddamn Papa John's, 20-year-old kid, but I know his work. I know the kid's work, and I know he's a good kid. Now, I've had a lot of guys call me too, who I've met them, and they're ladder climbers, and they're little fuckers, and I'll kind of say, good luck, man, go for it.
Yeah.
But that kid I know who was hustling, I love connecting those dots because that's kind of how it should go.
That's great.
Those other guys will get there.
Yeah.
They're going to go deal with fighting and fucking and screaming and whatever they're going to go do their deal.
They'll shoulder rub, I call it, the shoulder rubbers. What's the space shuttle logo here?
Well, that's because I miss the space shuttle.
I love the space shuttle.
I'll get you some stickers out of the van.
I love space. Me
too.
I love the astronauts. I love the rockets.
Dean, you do understand that right this very second, right now. Where are we going to go to lunch? How was it? One block
Chipotle.
this way? Okay, great.
Let's get the van.
Listen, I got the DDC gold card. Okay?
I can't wait.
I got the DDC. Listen. And I'll drive it one block. I don't give a fuck. I've been driving that thing the whole
No,
nation.
we're going to walk.
But if we go one block this way, what if you go 1 million miles this way, 1 skrillion miles that way? How about this direction forever? Right now. That's real this very second. So in my talk, people ask, well, what's up with that space shuttle? And I say, man, I just missed it. That's something I looked at when I was a little kid and went, fuck, we're going to space.
I love it.
What do we have now? So that was a tribute to that. That's all. It wasn't working for anyone. I just made it because I missed the shuttle. I'm going to get you some stickers for your guitar case. But
I love it. I love this squirrel one. What's he doing?
That's for a little skateboard shop.
Wow. And then how about this weenie dog where you can see his guts? I love it.
That's my old dog, Gary. Man, I had a wiener dog named Gary. I met a dog named Gary. No one's named Gary anymore, God damn it.
Yeah, you know, Fred, Frank. Where's Frank's at? There's no Frank. Where's you had me? There's the mayor. Hey, I'm in your book.
I told you.
Wow. Wow.
Damn, that was one of the biggest nights of my life, and I don't know how to tell you guys that I'm, he's gonna put me on that goddamn thing. And
I can't. When you put me on the poster, I was so excited, man. I mean, because I'm just a fucking opener. I'm nobody, and I rolled in, and there the poster was.
See, stop. Hold on a second.
Look, I'm going downhill since last summer. That's what this is reminding me of, man. I'm going backwards.
No,
this was a great era.
Here's the deal. When he, that's not. So you have to understand from my perception. That's not the way. I don't know that you're an opener. You are someone I could go look up and laugh at his shit, and that's how I got to knew of you before that.
Yeah, my double chin got on your poster. Look at that double chin. It's great. I love it. Dude, this is so cool. Okay, now get his book, everybody. It's called Pretty Much Everything, and it's a fucking cool-ass book of all his designs, and it's out now?
Oh, it is viciously out. It came out May 17th. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on the goddamn tour. They are $40. It's 16.5 cents a page, Dean. Not bad. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
The gift that keeps giving.
I love it.
Full color, comes with a cover, comes with edges, and it's got my whole entire, pretty much everything packed into that shit. Up until November of last year. So I got to do it. I didn't get into this shit to make a book. I got into it to make a living, right? So if I've learned anything, you go after the shit you dig.
Yeah.
And if a guy can appreciate I know SE racing from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
But you told me how you used to race and all this stuff, and it was like, all right, that's something you dig. We did a quick one. You don't have to print 100,000 of the motherfuckers.
Not at all.
You can make a couple hundred, sell them, and go on to the next one.
That's what I
What's
did.
the next one? Give me something to go with.
Yeah.
And I'll do it.
All right, we're going to do it. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Let There Be Talk. Give them your website real quick.
Draplin.com, fieldnotesbrand.com, and ddcbook.com. Yeah.
And you got an Instagram.
Draplin.
It's great.
Yep.
I love it.
Try
and
'em.
I love you, dude.
Well,
Thank you
thanks for
so
coming,
much.
man.
Let's
Thanks
go
for
eat
having me.
lunch. Let's go
So
eat
hungry.
lunch.
Get me out of here.
See you guys.
All right, bye.